In today's lecture we are going to see Ampere's law. So Ampere's law is the another law to calculate the magnetic field intensity H due to certain current distribution, but the current distribution must be symmetric in nature, otherwise we will not be able to calculate magnetic field intensity due to that current. So this is the limitation of Ampere's law. For non-symmetric cases we will apply Biot-Savart law, but for symmetric cases we can easily calculate the value of magnetic field intensity due to symmetric cases with the help of Ampere's law very easily. We see first statement what it says. The Ampere's law says that the line integral of magnetic field intensity around a closed path is exactly equal to the direct current enclosed by that path. Mathematically we can write like this: closed line integration of H that gives the total current value. If suppose we have any closed path like this and we want to calculate the line integration of magnetic field intensity around this path, then this will be the equal to the total current enclosed by this path. Suppose it is enclosing current, this amount of current I, then we will be put here I. So line integration of H around a closed path will be equal to the total current enclosed by this path. Suppose we remove this current from this, and if we want to calculate H around this closed path, then this will give the value will be equal to 0. Suppose this path is enclosing another current, suppose another current is I2 that is enclosing this path, then here we will write H का जो इंटीग्रेशन होगा ओवर क्लोज पाथ that will be equal to I plus I2. The significance of this law is that we can calculate very easily when the current distribution is symmetric. So we see the application of Ampere's law. First case we see H due to infinitely long wire carrying current I. The same calculation of H we saw with the help of Biot-Savart law, but now we will apply Ampere's law to calculate the value of magnetic field intensity due to long wire carrying current I. Now suppose the current in the wire that is long is flowing towards Z direction, then at point P at a distance of rho we want to calculate magnetic field intensity at this point P due to Ampere's law. So first we will write Ampere's law, H dot dl, that is the closed path integration that gives the value of I. So here we have taken circular path, it is enclosing current I, so we have written here I. So we know that the direction of current is Z direction, and we know that if the direction of current is in the Z direction, then magnetic field it will produce in the phi direction. So H vector will be H phi A phi, it will produce, this current will produce magnetic field in phi direction, and here we take a small path, a small element dl vector. So this dl vector we can write here rho d phi A phi, but here rho d phi A phi we can write here. Yeah, otherwise simply you put here the total length dl and A phi. So this is the value of dl vector. Now we put here in Ampere's law value of H and dl. So you see that H and dl vector both have same direction, so A phi dot A phi that will be equal to 1 here. So H phi dl that is equal to I. So dl that is around a closed path, so this will be the total perimeter of that closed path, so that is equal to 2 pi rho into I. So H phi is equal to I by 2 pi rho, so H vector that is equal to I divided by 2 pi rho A phi. You can see that very easily we calculated the value of magnetic field using Ampere's law. Now second case, what will be the magnetic field intensity H due to a coaxial cable? Coaxial cable has two cylindrical wires. This is the cylindrical wire, solid cylindrical wire, having radius A, and outer cylindrical wire having inner radius B and outer radius C, and between these two wire, cylindrical wire, certain dielectric material is inserted having dielectric constant epsilon r. Suppose inner conductor is carrying current in this direction and outer conductor is carrying current in this direction. Then we want to calculate what will be the magnetic field inside this inner wire, then at this point in between these two conductor, and inside second conductor, what will be the value of magnetic field inside conductor. So we are going to see one by one. Now, so first case we see what will be the magnetic field intensity value inside conductor 1, where the current flowing, total current flowing in whole wire is, that is I. So we will apply again here Ampere's law for first case. So rho less than A, suppose rho here, this is a point P, where we want to calculate magnetic field intensity H. So we take again a closed path that will enclose this current I, but it will not enclose I. Total current here is I, that crosses through whole cross section, that is the pi a square. The current that crosses pi a square area is I, not this pi rho square cross section current crosses is not I. So suppose the closed current through this closed path crossing is suppose I dash, then in Ampere's law we will write here I dash here. So magnetic flux through this, the magnetic field intensity around this closed path we will write like this, H dot dl vector, that is equal to I dash, not I. But here we assume current density is uniform, so you can put here that here in this loop and in this loop current crossing area will remain same, per unit area will same. So that is the current per unit area here I dash upon pi rho square, because here rho is the radius of this loop, inner loop, and A is the radius of outer loop, so that is equal to, so the current density inside loop and outside loop will remain same. So I dash upon pi rho square, and this is equal to I divided by pi square. So in this fashion we can calculate I dash. So I dash is equal to rho square I upon A square. So we put the value of H vector here, so that is H phi, this is A phi, and dl vector is dl A phi, and the value of current is I dash. We put the value of current here I dash, that is rho square I upon A square, and again you take the value of this dl over a closed path, so that again gives the 2 pi rho. So when you put here 2 pi rho and I dash value, you will get the value of H vector like this, Then in region 2, that is outside conductor 1 but inside second conductor. So point P is in between these two conductors. Suppose this is the inner conductor and this is the point where we want to calculate magnetic field intensity using Ampere's law. So again we take a loop, here, it is enclosing current I. So we will write here H dot dl over a closed path, that is equal to I. So again H is equal to H phi A phi, dl vector is dl A phi. So here again A phi dot A phi is 1. So H phi is equal to closed path integration of dl, that is equal to I. Here again we take closed path total integration, that is equal to 2 pi rho. So H phi you will get I divided by 2 pi rho. So H vector is I divided by 2 pi rho A phi. So this will be the value between two conductors. This will be the value between two conductors. So or you can say that outside conductor 1, that is in between A and B. So in the next lecture we will see, in my next lecture we will see what will be the value of magnetic field intensity inside second conductor when rho is